there is possibility to activate your consciousness in such a way where you transcend the enslavement part of these agreements. Okay, this is true. Hello, dear sister. Welcome, welcome. And this is what we really need to understand, that all right, so we come into this world, we're born into a lineage, and then we get further programmed by that lineage, right? But then there's something inside of us that won't let our spirituality go. It won't let certain parts of our reality go, and eventually we get forced, so to speak, almost like there's no choice, to go down a spiritual path. And the spiritual path is fraught with corruption and smoke and mirrors and all those things. And because of that, it pisses a lot of people off, because they realize there are times when, like, say, working with certain light beings, where the light beings are light, and then they're moving forward in the trajectory with them, and now that light being is dark, and then maybe the light being's light again, and then maybe that being's dark. But remember, that's just you making progress across the checkerboard. Because, right, when you look at the checkerboard, as you progress linearly through that checkerboard, it goes light, then dark, light, then dark. This concept has been talked about a lot. And it was actually illustrated in the Dune series. If you guys, I'm just mentioning this because Dune is a movie that's out right now. And what happened was, the worm that the spice comes from, in the beginning, it was worshipped like a great creator. It was worshipped and venerated and glorified. And then later on in the series, they're looked at as evil and menaces and terrors. You see what I mean? And it's like the worm is still the worm. The worm is still doing what they're doing, and humans are still humans. Humans are still doing what they're doing. What made that relationship change? Okay. And it's the progression of consciousness. That's what changed. And that's why what was good became bad. But here's the thing. As you continue to progress, what was bad is going to become good again. And then that's going to become bad again. And then it's going to come good again. You see what I'm saying? Until you explore the light and the dark of that energy completely, right? Then you experience it in its totality. Let's say it like that. And now it doesn't matter if it's light or dark. Okay. Once you make it all the way across the board, so to speak. But this is a really, really intense journey, because the decisions that were made in these unseen realms are completely disconnected from what it actually is in a biosuit, what the experience is in a biosuit. Okay. So this is why we need to experience things all the way. So that experience, because I need to back up for a second. The one sense, well, there's more, but there's one sense that we have, that all people have, no matter, if you're living, breathing, is the only requirement to have this sense. And this sense, it has the capacity to transcend all space-time, reality, dimensions. Okay, it's trans-dimensional. It can tell you things going on the other side of the cosmos. It can tell you things going on other dimensions far away from this one. And that is your feeling body, what some people might call emotions. But it's not emotions. Emotions different than feelings. But it is feeling. When you have strong feelings about something, that's something in the here and now. The feeling body of the biosuit is trans-dimensional. So there's times when you guys are feeling things and you don't know why. It's because you're picking up on something that the mind can't comprehend, but your feeling body can. You see what I mean? So you can feel when you meet someone that you've had lots of past lives with, because as soon as you guys meet, there's an instant connection that's unexplainable, and you have a very strong feeling about them, whether it be positive or negative, whether it be, oh my gosh, I'm so glad this person came into my path, and I love you, thank you, or, oh my gosh, I can't stand this person, I want to kill them, and they haven't even spoken a word to me, right? That is your feeling body giving you data sets from a past life connection, okay? Now, I said earlier that everything that you're experiencing in your here and now reality is not new. It's all a repeat. That means the setup, the actual event itself has been set up by your Akasha and other interdimensional aspects of who you are. Okay, that includes AI technology interference, interdimensional AI technology interference. Okay, so the technology interference is what keeps us in loops. It angles the loop in such a way where we make decisions about things that continue to the loop. We take actions upon things in such a way that it continues the loop. So this is part of why sometimes we feel like we're stuck in a loop. It's because we're not changing the decision. You know what I mean? We're not changing the perspective to see things differently. And therefore, we're taking the same action, either the light side or the dark side. You know, we're taking one side of that polarity or the other. But in order to transcend that, you have to get outside of that. You need to be, beyond the checkerboard reality to see the more totalitarian, or not totalitarian, but the total part of it, right? So, all right. Hold on. I feel like I left a part out. Okay. So the here and now moment is the place where we can change it all. Okay. The here and now moment is the place where we can change it all. We can end the loop. We can make a different decision. Okay. We can choose to look from a different perspective. Okay. And let that be our reality. And that is how we are transcending the repeats that we're in. The other way to transcend the repeat is to fully feel, engage, be present with whatever is happening, no matter how unpleasant it might be. Okay. No matter how difficult it might be there for it. Okay. And in the being there for it, you're giving the spirit exactly what it wants, which is to have that experience. Okay. Because that's the flip side of things that keeps us in a loop, is that we check out and we don't truly have the experience because we're choosing to distract ourselves and not be present for it. So we can choose to distract ourselves and not be present for it, but you know what? That just means it's going to happen again. Right? Okay.